Hello my sweeties and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Celise and thank you for joining my spooky little family. In today's video, we will be talking about Latine horror films and where to stream them. Let's get into the video. Okay, so hi. I know it's been like a little minute there. It's been a little while. Homegirl, I needed to take a little bit of a break, you know? It's tough being online. But you know what? We're back. We're here. We're in a cute little purple fit. We're here talking about Latine horror films. I'm so excited to give you all a list. I couldn't make a list of 10, so bear with me. There's a list of 9. I wanted to give the best ones, so I didn't manage to find exactly 10. But it's fine. Another reason it was so hard to find 10 is because it is so incredibly sad that there are not nearly enough Latine horror films around. And I hate that for us. We need more of that in our lives. But I am pretty confident that all of the ones I chose here today are definitely going to be for you. At least one of them here on the list is going to be for you. I also love that in this list, not only do we have Latine horror films, but we have super queer Latine horror films. Love that. Love that. We're here and we're queer. So let's jump right into it. At number 9, we have Terrified from 2017, directed by Demian Rugna. This is actually a horror film from Argentina, and I was pleasantly surprised with how good it was. When strange events occur in a neighborhood in Buenos Aires, a doctor specializing in the paranormal, her colleague, and an ex-police officer decide to investigate further. So I was actually pleasantly surprised with how jumpy this film made me. I am not one to really get scared that easily, but this film has some really solid jump scares and very eerie atmosphere. They build it so well. Also, not to mention, I love the coloring in the movie. I love the very green and blue tones. If you're looking for a film that is going to get under your skin, that kind of makes you feel like you want to keep the light on at night, this is definitely going to be for you. It is one of the more creepy ones on this list, and that is all I will say. If you would like to stream Terrified, it is available right now on Shudder here in the US. Okay, and now at number 8, I'm gonna be real. I have this one on here because it is worth a watch. It is worth a watch if you're looking to watch some of the older Latine horror films, specifically older Mexican horror films. I definitely think it is worth a go. Unfortunately, I think this film was a little hyped up for me because some people were saying it has very giallo elements, and I unfortunately didn't get that. It is still somewhat enjoyable, but can I say it has much of a plot? I'm gonna get back to you on that. And that is our number 8, which is Hasta Viento, Tiene, Miedo, which means Even the Wind is Afraid. This is from 1968 and is directed by Carlos Enrique Tobala. Girls that were punished to sit at a boarding school during spring break have no idea the school is haunted by the restless spirit of a former student seeking revenge. Ooh, it does sound very giallo. It does. But it wasn't serving. It wasn't serving. Though I will say the poster for this is absolutely gorgeous and does give giallo vibes. Again, this is definitely worth checking out. It is a bit on the slower side, so if you're not really into a slow burn kind of mystery thriller, then this may not be for you. But if you're looking to delve into Latine horror and go all the way to the beginning and see kind of where it started, then you definitely want to check this one out. It is available to stream right here on Tubi for free in the US. And now we're getting back to the more creepy stuff. At number 7, we have Belzebuth. This is from 2017, directed by Emilio Portes. While leading a police investigation of a massacre in a public school at the border of Mexico and USA, special agent Emmanuel Ritter links this strange case to the coming and rising of the ancient demon Belzebuth. Okay, so this film was actually recommended to me by a patron a while ago, and I was absolutely obsessed. I think the acting in this film is really, really good, especially from our lead. He's so good. And this film also has Tobin Bell, who I'm sure you know from Saw. He's an icon, a scream king. Everybody's just really great, and I feel like this one is definitely underrated. This is definitely one of those films that deals with more religious aspects and kind of brujeria, and I love films that show stuff about brujeria. I will say there were definitely some moments in this film that felt a little off, but ultimately the ending is definitely satisfying. So I will say it is worth the journey. If you would like to stream Belzebuth, it is available on Shudder right here in the US. Okay, so speaking of films to stream, this is actually one I want to mention, but unfortunately I cannot find it to stream anywhere. It used to be on Tubi, that's actually how I watched it, but when doing research for this video, I noticed that they actually just took it off Tubi, which is so sad, and it's nowhere else. I'm so sad about that. It is at number 6, Dracula from 1931. No, not the one with Bela Lugosi, actually. This film is directed by Enrique Tovar Avalos and George Melford. This is basically the exact same movie as the one with Bela Lugosi, but this one is in Spanish. And we actually have a pretty diverse cast. Our leading lady, Lupita Tovar, is from Mexico, so that's really cool. And I believe our actor who plays Dracula is from Spain. So there's a good mix in this one. It was really cool to see Dracula in Spanish. I just loved it so much. I honestly feel like I loved it more than the one with Bela Lugosi, and I love Bela Lugosi. He's such an icon, but there was something about this one that just kind of felt a little more relatable for me personally, so I really like that. I think everyone should really keep a lookout to see if Tubi puts it back on there, but as of now, this was just one I really wanted to mention that I don't feel like a lot of people talk about, and I'm really sad that I have nowhere to tell you to watch this one on. If anyone knows where I can get a copy of this, let me know. Ooh, and now at number 5, we're getting to my faves. We have Mary, Mary, Bloody Mary, directed by Juan Lopez Moctezuma. This film is from 1975 and follows an American artist with a penchant for drinking blood who begins seducing and dispatching residents of a small fishing town in Mexico. I absolutely love this movie. I have spoken about this movie so many times. I actually spoke about it in my video of top horror films to watch during Pride Month. And when I was telling you earlier that we have some queer Latine horror films here, this is one of them. Our leading lady is actually a bisexual vampire. This film for me is very much Giallo-esque, and I think that's why I really love it. It really just is so much fun. There's a lot of really beautiful shots on the beach. I think our leading actress does a really great job in the role. And there was something about her specifically that was really relatable for me. And I just think this one is highly, highly underrated, and you should definitely check it out. This film is available right now on Shudder. And speaking of Juan Lopez Moctezuma, I have another one of his films on this list. At number 4, we have Alucarda from 1977. After the death of her parents, a young girl arrives at a convent and brings a sinister presence with her. Is it her enigmatic imaginary friend Alucarda who is to blame? Or is there a satanic force at work? I love this movie so much. I don't know what it is about Juan Lopez Moctezuma, but he just does such an amazing job at building this really bizarre atmosphere that makes you uncomfortable. He does it very well in Mary, Mary, Bloody Mary, but I feel like he does it even better in Alucarda. The acting from our leading ladies here in Alucarda is so good. I mean, they are serving, they are giving everything. Honestly, it almost feels like they're giving more than everyone else. Like, everyone else. They really understood the assignment. It's weird, it's wacky, and again, there's something about the female characters in his movies specifically that I really relate to. And I think in Alucarda, we also have a lot of lesbian subtext, and there's a lot of sexual tension between our two leads, and it really, really shows. If you would like to check out Alucarda, it is available to watch right here on YouTube. And speaking of the more weirder films, at number 3, we have At Midnight, I'll Take Your Soul, directed by Jose Mojica Marins. This film is from 1964, and it is actually from Brazil. A gravedigger prowls the city in search of a female to bear him a son. This is definitely a very, very, very bizarre little movie, but oh my god, is it a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. The character of Coffin Joe is so bizarre to me. I absolutely love his look, but also hate it because his nails just like really creep me out. But I love the character design. One of the main reasons I actually have this film on this list is because one of my best friends, Joni, actually showed me this film. Joni is actually from Brazil and spoke to me about how important this film was. And we watched it together, and that's a memory I will hold near and dear to my heart. Shout out to you, Joni, I miss you. This movie is definitely worth a watch for sure, especially if, like I said earlier, you're first delving into Latine horror films and you want to see where it all started. The acting is very over the top. It is really wacky, but it is so good. And there are definitely moments in it that are super weird and make you uncomfortable. I won't say that this one is that disturbing. It's a little more wacky, but it really is a lot of fun. And if you would like to watch it, it is available to watch right here on YouTube. Now at number 2, we have a newer release. We have Huesera, the Bone Woman, directed by Michelle Garza Severa. Valeria has long dreamed about becoming a mother. After learning that she's pregnant, she expects to feel happy, yet something is off. Okay, so I actually just recently watched this film because it just came out in 2023. It just came out, you guys, and not a lot of people are talking about it. Why? It was actually so good. This is also part of the queer Latine horror films I was talking about, so love that for us. The acting in this film is very good, especially from our leading lady who's playing Valeria. She does such an amazing job with her face and her body language. She really is essentially telling you the story, especially because her character is so complex and is dealing with so much deep down inside. She is struggling with accepting who she is and struggling with the fact that she cannot live this life that everyone else wants her to live. And it's very, very interesting. I don't want to give a lot away because this just came out and I think you should all check it out. But this one is also along the lines of something like Terrified, where there's a lot of really creepy imagery. But I personally feel like Huesera definitely has a more meaty story and a more deeper meaning to it. If you would like to watch Huesera, the Bone Woman, it is available to rent right now on Amazon, Apple TV, Vudu, all that good stuff. And now at number 1, we have one of my favorites. This one is so cool and just such a good movie. This is The Wolf House, also known as La Casa Lobo. This film is from 2018 and is directed by Cristobal Leon and Joaquin Cocina. This is actually a horror film from Chile. This film tells the story of Maria, a young woman who takes refuge in a house in southern Chile after escaping from a German colony. So the cool thing about this film is that it's actually a stop motion animated horror film, and I feel like we don't nearly get enough of those. This film does it so well. It is so eerie but beautiful, and a lot of the voice acting is done so well. Chef's kiss. Whoever plays Maria is fantastic, and oh my goodness, oh, the person that's just saying Maria in the movie is so good. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I also know that this film took about 5 years to make. I mean, you could tell that this was a passion project and it bleeds through. This is a very heavy film. This is definitely a little on the more artsy side, so don't expect to be terrified with this film, I guess. I don't think this will be for everybody, but if you're into stop motion animated films, then I think you definitely have to give this one a shot. And if you would like to watch The Wolf House, it is available to stream right now on Tubi and Plex. Okay, oh my god, we did that! We're here! Alright, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps me a lot. And be sure to click that little notification bell to be up to date every single time I upload. And let me know in the comments, have you seen any of these Latine horror films? Do you have any that I didn't list here today that you'd like to recommend to me? I'd love to talk about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!